All right. Yow, let's get this started here. First, it is Monday, July 7th at 7:19 a.m. Saturday, didn't do my shoulders, but did my walk. Did a half-ass walk. Well, the best I could, because man, I felt absolutely horrible, and I'm exhausted. I get very little sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night with my back screaming. Like really screaming. Like I've had this whole thing for my back issue for roughly about 20 years, right? Ulcerative colitis, a little under 20 years, and my blood issue for a little over 10 years. But I haven't had this back pain that I'm feeling now ever, right? Like the intensity, I haven't had the intensity since I got the back pain initially, roughly 20 years ago. And the spots are obviously different and whatnot because the fusing and, you know, how it progresses and where it's at in the spine. But, I mean, the intensity is nuts. Like, I haven't had this intensity, like I said, for almost 20 years now. 15 to 20, because the first 5 years is really a nightmare from hell. But again, like I said, you can do stuff to minimize it all. But holy fuck. I mean, it's ripping like crazy. But again, you got to keep moving as much as possible. Yeah, so Saturday, feeling absolutely horrible. The whole week was kind of a ram through as best as possible. Like I said, I've been exhausted, haven't got a lot of sleep, keep waking up because my back pain, my bowels, I've been shitting blood anywhere from, every time I go to the bathroom, anywhere from 2 times a day to 12, 14 times a day, for minimum of 2 months now. And it's not, some is light, but there's always blood, you know. And so Saturday feeling like shit, and like I predicted in my last video, I did go to the ER because all my symptoms felt like I had low blood, right? Like all the other times that I felt like that and then went in there, I either needed a bag of iron or a couple bags of blood, right? So I went in there, got my tests. Beautiful. All the blood is beautiful. Like, I don't get it, right? Even my red blood cell count was way higher than it normally ever is. My ferritin was like in the damn middle. I mean, it is nuts. Like, and I'm coming up on getting my iron and ferritin tests for my 3-month check to see if I need another bag of iron, because that's how much blood I lose all the time. I get it checked every 3 months to see if I need another bag of iron every 3 months. So I'm flabbergasted now. And this is what bothers me about this whole thing, because I don't know exactly what's going on. If let's just say, I tell you what, if my iPad, the little LiDAR sensor on my iPad, was able to scan in real time through tissue, like real time, and I could literally hold it over me and scan me and watch processes happen in real time, I could figure a lot of stuff out, because you could take a supplement, take something, drink something, exercise, and as you're doing, you could see your processes wherever your illnesses are at work, right? What supplement works, what supplement doesn't, what supplement works, how much more you need of a certain supplement, how much you need less of a certain supplement, and so on. I could fix myself 10 times better if I could actually see what was going on, you know. I don't know if that's a reason why the scanning devices have just been shitty. Like they came out with what, the CT scan, the X-ray, and the MRI. Like all of them, like the latest one to come out was like what, in the 70s or some shit. Like our technology has leaped huge since the 90s, the 2000s, and even the 2020s. yet we don't have a real-time scanning device for inside you. I think they do, like, for surgeries, but I don't know exactly. I never did a lot of research on that system, but I'm talking about a motherfucking, sensor on a tablet type thingy where you could scan, right? I mean, what the hell? It's just like holograms. Where the fuck are holograms, right? I mean, they kind of would go hand in hand slightly. You'd have to modify all that stuff, but I don't know. You know what I mean? It just, the tech is just kind of being suppressed. Let's just put it that way. So when I went into the ER, I don't know what it is with doctors and thinking they're are some type of authority figure. I'd say like 90% of the doctors you meet have some kind of fucked up chip on their shoulder, like they're better than you. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, motherfucker, you're not better than me. You're not better than anybody that walks into your shit, in your ER, your doctor's office, whatever. You're actually just a servicer. You really want to know. We, the people, are paying your dumb ass to service us, to find out what's wrong with us. So we are paying you to not be a piece of shit dickhead, but to actually help us, right? And to listen to us, which apparently then nobody listens to any normal person anymore, right? They just, not to mention all this bullshit AI, so the doctors are just kind of like a paperweight now. They got the AIs, working not for the doctors, but like, they got these programs on their stupid little tablet or laptop when they bring into you, or they have listening devices. They, ask you, do you mind if we let the AI listen to our conversation? Blah 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 blah. So basically, what happens is, the AI will, the doctor will either let the AI listen, or they'll put in the symptoms to the AI, and then the AI will spit out answers what it thinks it is. And then it's like a tool for the doctors right now, right? So the doctor doesn't basically have to do any work. And that's kind of what you relied on with the doctors in the past for, is their life experience. The older the doctor, the more the doctor saw trends in certain illnesses, trends in certain drugs, medicine, everything, right? And then they could pass on. Well, if you come in with whatever, and they've seen it 1,000 times before and know that this is the best thing that's ever worked for a majority of the people, then they could say, oh, well, this has worked great. Put this on there, done, right? You feel great in a week, whatever, right? But that's gone, right? So doctors are basically paperweights now with attitudes. So I don't care who hates me for that. They're just, in my opinion, waste of flesh. I mean, every time you go into an ER or even one of their offices and stuff, it's just like talking down to you and shit. So basically, I had to yell at the ER doctor last time I was there, and then of course they get all offended, and act even more dickish, or are more elusive, don't want to really treat you, so they don't like come visit you or anything, So, as much as you're paying for all that crap and bullshit service, I should have the ability to say, yeah, well, I don't want this motherfucker anymore. I want that person, or I want a new person, or give me somebody that, has taken an empathy class or has a smidge of empathy in their brain, willing to listen to me instead of be a piece of shit. Anyways, moving on. It's Monday. Mile walk, buys and tries. I got to keep moving. You got to keep the fluid going. Because even though as shitty as I feel, as tired as I am, as painful as I am, as upset with all my tissues as I am, moving always makes me feel better. But it's how much you move. You know what I mean? So again, any physical type stress you put on your body is still stress on your body, right? Any emotional stress on your body can turn into physical stress and cause issues on your body as well. So you got to manage how much stress you get, not just, how screwed up you are in the head, which, most people with chronic illnesses are pretty jacked up anyways, just because they're illnesses, right? Like, you constantly think about your illnesses, you get anxiety because of your illnesses, you get depressed because of your illnesses. So it's Even if somebody's really a strong-headed person and they have chronic illnesses, they're still fucked up to a certain point, right? I am, I know that, and I'll admit it. You know, I get anxieties and depression and stuff from all my stuff too, but I try pushing through as best as possible, as anyone should. So it's Monday mile walk, buys and tries. I'm going to do a mile walk and then judge how I feel, because I could just do a mile walk today and not do buys and tries, but I'd like to do at least a little bit of a buy and try warm up if I can. I don't think I'll be able to do full on hard stuff because I'm just toasted. My physical stress is just like lack of sleep and then the quote unquote flare. I don't really believe it's a flare. I don't know what's going on, which is pissing me off. Because I've had flares before, or so-called flares, and this is like far worse. I just feel like my body's imploding and exploding continuously. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it's nuts. So, mile walk, and oh man, like my rib cage is like, oh man. I always say, you know, it feels like someone dumped gasoline on my rib cage and lit it on fire. Well, it feels like somebody dumped gasoline on my rib cage, lit it on fire, tore it out of me, tore it out of my skin, threw it on the ground, and then ran over it with a semi-truck. I mean, it's just like, it is like, holy crap. So, let's get to a walk and see if we can peel that back some. Okay. I don't want to work out at all, to be perfectly honest, but again, how do you feel before, during, and after? You got to continually judge yourself, you know? I don't feel like working out mentally because I feel shitty, but physically I feel like I can work out. So you got to, you know, judge everything continuously as you go. So I'm going to judge my walk. I could only do 8 minutes of a walk and then be done for the day. Or I could do a full mile and then a hardcore buy and try and feel good. I don't know. How do you feel before, during, and after everything you're doing? So let me get a coconut water here. Oh man. Alright. Alright. Take a little sip of this here just to get a little bit of this in me. And if you've got a lot of diarrhea with colitis or Crohn's or something, gotta keep your fluids up. Not just your water, you gotta have electrolytes. Because if you think, you know, if you're drinking a bunch of water and stuff, and if you're drinking pop and shit, well, you're a fucking moron. And even fruit juice is pretty stupid. But if you're drinking a bunch of water and still feeling like shit, well, you need your potassiums, magnesiums, sodiums, chlorides. You need to get your electrolytes back in you. I remember that. And of course, weight's out, so. Oh man. Okay. Alright, always on display. He's connected. Got him. Got my water, got my towel. Get your bugs out. Wipe the fluid from the bottom of your eye there. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see. Indoor walk. Really pissed me off I couldn't do my shoulders on Saturday. I mean, I was fucking beat to shit. I was trash. I was done on so many levels. I mean, I thought I was gonna faint and pass out and I was nauseous and weak and oh man, I was messed up. And then I go to the ER and get yelled at. Oh, man, I wish it was a couple hundred years ago. I'd have tore that guy's head off his shoulders. Anyways, it's 30 seconds in. I'm gonna start out at I feel better than I did Saturday and Friday with my stuff, so because I got basically kind of the 2 days of rest there. Let's start at 2.5 and see, and then hopefully move to 2.7 and complete my mile, kind of like I normally do, but just a smidge lower. All right, I'm a minute in. Let's do this here. Oh, fuck me. Fucking was awake for like an hour and a half, 2 hours in the middle of the night. Just woke up, went to the bathroom, and my spine was burning so bad I was bug-eyed. That was horrible. I didn't think I was gonna pass out again. It was like from 2:30 to almost 4, or a little past 4. Right before the sun started coming up, I fell asleep again. Oh, that was horrible. And that's happened quite a few times in the past, like, month and a half or so. It's hard to keep track of all this shit because I have so much shit happening to me all the time. It's not one thing, it's another thing, another thing, another thing. Down the line. Not to mention my heart's beating about 10 beats higher than normal. My nighttime heart rate's about 10 beats higher than normal. So, we'll see how my heart is with the exercise. See if it, well, it's about 95, 96, well, 94 to 96 right now, which is a good couple beats higher. I'd like to do at least a little bit of some arm stuff just so I don't lose the feel, because I don't want to take too much off when it comes to the weight stuff, because then when you get back into it, then you gotta go through that build-up time again. So I'd like to at least do maybe 2 or 3 sets. We'll see. I don't know. It's all on how I feel. Get to 5 minutes here and evaluate, see if I can bump up to 2.6. Oh. 226. Stupid ass thing. Oh. Not the best sound, but quarter mile. Keep going. If you can. Oh my gosh. Beats. It's a little higher than normal at this point. A couple beats. It says saying that it's not my red blood cells. I have no idea. Off the top of my head. Could be the stress from not getting to sleep. Not getting to sleep in general. Yesterday my heart rate was fine. Could be the pain. Pain increases heart rate. Let's try 2.7. It's at 10-11 minutes. tired as hell. Cycling that fluid is extremely important. Not just for me with my lymphedema, but for everybody. Half mile, if you can, keep going. Beats. 107 beats. About 30 seconds behind normal speed. Still finish on the same time. So I have that 46 seconds usually at the end. .112 beats. That says a mile. 0.03 behind or ahead. Oh man, my rib cage. Every breath is a nice burn mile with 12 seconds left. .5. .112 beats highest. So 5 to 10 beats higher than normal. Pending. I'm guessing it's the pain. Pretty sure it's the pain doing it because every breath I take is excruciating. Because my rib cage is like, holy fuck. Deep breaths are extremely hard, if at all. Oh shit. .9. Now how is my heart rate responding to dropping? 104, 105. .100 beats, 99 beats, 98 beats. It's at like 93, 92 at this point. So roughly, give or take, about 10 beats ahead. Done. Oh man. That hurts even more. Oof. Okay. Let me show you my walk here. Okay. All right. So the higher your heart rate, the higher the active calories burned each time. So my heart rate's kind of roughly where it should be, a couple beats ahead, but that's just because I just kept moving there. But I'm talking yada yada. Every little movement can pop your heart rate up or down. Usually up, obviously. So 27-ish minutes, 156 active calories. And in fact, that is mile walk on Monday. In fact, that actually is like, that's the heart rate or the active calories that would be perfect before. Like, for like a year or two there, it was running like, when I felt the greatest, my active calories after my mile walk was 150, give or take a couple of calories there. The honey zone, the great spot to be, was 140 to 160 calories. So it continually fluctuates. You know, again, blood issues, anxiety, depression issues, pain dramatically increases. Heart rate, blood pressure, all that good stuff too. And yeah, my back's fucking ripping right now. So, and the walk did peel a little bit of it back, but like I said, I haven't felt this pain in years. Like, the intensity of this pain. I felt this type of pain and where it is. It just never, flamed out this hard before. So, yeah. I'm feeling alright to do some ab workout this tomorrow. If I can do that, being it's on the stomach. I don't know, we'll see. I hope I can do it, but biceps, triceps, Monday, right? Yeah. So, again, I'm not gonna hit it hard because I still have that, not lightheadedness, but like swimmy head feel. You know, it's like, it's not full on lightheaded feel. It's like your head's like, well, if you ever have low blood, right, low red blood cells, and you get that like swimmy head feel before you pass out, it's not really lightheaded. It's lightheaded with a little bit of something else added, and then you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. But I only have that really mildly right now today. That's what I was dealing with at the end of last week, which is the reason why I went to the ER. I thought my red blood was low. You know, again, I didn't know. I'm seeing that all my either the test results are wrong or my supplements are kicking ass, or I'm superhuman or something, which I know damn well I ain't superhuman, but I don't know. But everything, it points to, because I've had it so many times, having low iron, low red blood cell count, to where it's almost second nature in how it feels, right? and I know when it's low and high and middle and everything. And apparently, something else feels like it, which I don't know exactly what is going on, but I'm just gonna keep going as I go. And how do I feel before, during, and after? Just adjust stuff as is. Because let me tell you, it feels 10 times worse when you just sit around. If you think, oh, I'm just gonna recover and sit around, which is great, right? If you need a week off, take a week off, right? But I would suggest no more than a week, because your body can literally pull the physical stress back after a week. And then generally, the way I feel it is, if you take more than a week off, well, then you start really, like, your discomfort from your illnesses feel worse, in my opinion. But a week is plenty of time if you just literally take it easy, relax, take a couple naps each day, whatever, just to relax and calm yourself down. Let your muscles and tendons and ligaments and bones and joints just sit and relax. And generally, like I said, after a week, right, if you still feel like shit, then I'd probably go to the doctor just to get it checked out, as much as I hate going to the doctor or telling people to go to the doctor. But again, it's good to get tests done to check if your levels are correctly, like, because you can't do any of that shit from home, right? I mean, I guess you can, but you can get all your results really quick when you go to the doctor, within a day or two, right? So always keep an eye on your levels, and when some are out of range, look them up online. Why are they out of range? And that can help you identify probably what exactly is causing your symptoms that you're feeling at the time. And if you can alter it and manipulate it, then you start feeling better, and then you can get back to your normal stuff. So I'm gonna go take a piss, and I'll be right back with Buys and Tries.